when do you make that trade? When do you take that loss? Like at what percentage does a person sit back and say, I'm gonna just take this L or I'm going to ride it out? Like what's the psychology behind that? Because you can always make an argument that I'm in this for the long haul, or you can make an argument that I made a terrible investment, I made a bad analysis, and I'm cutting my losses and moving on to another stock. Because where you lose it does not necessarily have to be where you make it.
Right.
Basically saying, if I lose my money in Peloton, I don't have to make that money back in Peloton. I can go make it in Microsoft.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
what's your thoughts on that? Because as an investor, I'm sure you have woke up in the red before,
Mhm. Oh yeah,
right?
for sure.
We all have, and you have to make a decision to stomach that or to take the loss.
Yeah.
Um, so what's your philosophy on that as an investor?
Yeah. So just in general, for most people, I would just make the case that you just shouldn't trade at all. You know what I mean? 90% of people lose money. Like if you really, if I'm gonna just keep it a buck for the overwhelming majority of people who are listening to this, you probably should just buy an index fund slash mutual fund that has a low cost and just dollar cost average into that thing every month and not think about it. Or you can set it up weekly, bi-monthly, but just some kind of regulated, regular frequency and just not really have to pay attention to this stuff. Um, I'd argue for the long haul type of things. Something that I've thought was a good kind of way to think about it is to say if your family's life depended on it, like if you're a parent, you got kids, or if it's your parents or siblings, whatever setup is, your partner, whatever. Um, if your loved one's life depended on this company making money, do you feel confident in putting your money there?
Mm,
Because that'll cut through a lot of the noise of, oh man, well, this the hot meme stock that everybody's talking about. Which let me just keep it a buck with y'all, okay? If you're just hearing about it, the train probably done left, man. You missed it.
mm.
You know what I mean? Like when grandma hitting you up about Dogecoin, bruh, I'm sorry. You missed it. It's too late. The wave has passed. Um, so I think that that's just a better way of thinking about it is to say where do I have super high conviction, not hey someone just randomly told me about this, I saw it on social media, because then it's going to be virtually impossible for you to know when to get out because you don't have any parameters set. You just kind of bought it and hope was your strategy. I hope it goes up. Well, it's got to go up because it's come so far down. That's why I straight up said it. And for some of y'all, I have made you money slash saved you money in this by telling you, don't touch Snap. Let that joint go. Peloton, I'm telling you, just leave it alone. The risk ain't worth it. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, so those would be things of in my mind, if you are talking about someone who's more of a trader, then you need to have a healthy risk to reward ratio. You're looking at risking $1 to make like 11 or 10. Um, you want to have a predetermined uh, loss that you're willing to take,
Mhm.
because what good does it do you if you make $100 on 4 trades each, and then on the fifth you lose 5,000?
Right.
Like you quote unquote won 4 out of the 5, but you lost money. And for those who are wondering on the math, it means you made $400 and you lost 5 grand, so you're in the hole $4,600. So you've got to have a strategy and a plan set up front of this is what I'm willing to lose, this is what I'm willing to risk to win. And yes, you would want your risk to reward ratio to be such that you have a greater likelihood or chance of actually winning. But again, I'm going to say this again: most people shouldn't be trading because most people do not make money doing it.